Hello viewers, previously we have discussed about the actinides, the transuranic elements, the oxidation state, detailed electronic configuration, formation of complexes, its similarity with lanthanide and its differences with it. In continuation, the methods of separation of actinide elements we will discuss today. The separation by precipitation method, separation by solvent extraction method will be discussed, separation of actinide by ion exchange method, the extraction of different actinides and various application of actinides will be discussed. Let us discuss first the separation of actinide element by the precipitation method. The tri and tetra positive actinides can be precipitated as fluoride or phosphates from acidic solutions. In higher oxidation state, actinides do not form precipitate or complexes. It helps in separation of elements of uranium americium group. Lanthanum fluoride, barium sulphate, manganese oxide, ferric hydroxide and bismuth phosphate co-precipitation methods have been used for separation of neptunium and plutonium from uranium. Simplicity, rapidness and large scale separation are main advantage of the precipitation method. Bismuth phosphate is one of the co-precipitant which carries plutonium plus 4 as phosphate precipitate from concentrated sulfuric acid or nitric acid solution. The filtrate contains uranium and the precipitate is dissolved in nitric acid and oxidize plutonium plus 4 to plutonium plus 6 with potassium permanganate or potassium dichromate. In fact, this potassium permanganate or potassium dichromate in presence of acid like nitric acid or sulfuric acid functions as oxidizing agent. So, it is easily going to oxidize plutonium plus 4 to plutonium plus 6. Filtrate contains plutonium plus 6. Next is the solvent extraction method. It is based on distribution of a metal between the aqueous solution and an organic solvent. The distribution between the aqueous and the organic solvent, both of them are immiscible in nature. Using methyl isobutyl ketone, the hexone neptunium plus 4, plus 5, plutonium plus 6 and uranium plus 6 are extracted, while plutonium plus 3 is not extracted. Diethyl ether and tri-N-butyl phosphate TBP has also been used as extractant. TBP is quite effective. Due to high viscosity and density, TBP is used as 20% solution in kerosene. TBP is resistant to nitric acid oxidation and acts by itself as a salt agent. On extraction with TBP, organic solvent phase contains UO2 2 plus, the uranyl ion and the plutonium plus 2 ions. Now, treated it with aqueous SO2 or NH2S, the hydroxyl amine. Organic solvent phase takes away the uranyl or uranium plus 4 state and aqueous phase carries the plutonium plus 3, which on oxidation gives plutonium plus 4. Thus, simply the extraction is going to lead towards the separation. The most effective is the ion exchange method, where the exchange of the ions in the same oxidation state or charge is possible. The ion exchange method is most appropriate for separation of trans americium element. The actinide ions can be separated from each other by removing from the cation exchange resin by elution with ammonium citrate, lactate, alpha hydroxy isobutyrate and ethylene diamine tetraacetate, the EDTA. You might be aware about the ion exchange method, which has been applicable for the purification of water, where zeolite has been used. The exchangeable sodium ions on it is going to get exchanged with the calcium and magnesium ion present in water. Thus, water is getting treated. Let us come back. The uranium is occurring in nature as a mixture of its oxide in mineral uraninite or pitchblende. It is known as pitchblende because it occurs in black pitch like mass. The other minerals are carnotite, samarskite and atunite. The isotopic composition of natural uranium is uranium 238, which is having relative abundance 99%, the majority is occurring as 238, 235 is occurring 0.72% and minimum amount of uranium 234 is available as 0.0054% in nature. Uranium-238 has largest half-life of 4.51 into 10 to the power 9 years. The major uranium mining countries are Kazakhstan, Canada, Australia, Namibia, Russia and Niger. This is the image of the pitch blende which occurs in black pitch like mass. You can see these parts on it. This is the pitch blende. It is another mineral, the caronite. This caronite is having this yellowish appearance, again it is having greyish greenish color. Next is the thorium. Thorium was named after Scandinavian god Thor. The radioactive character of thorium was established by Curie and Schmidt. The most abundant thorium mineral are thorianite, thorite and monazite. This monazite is the major mineral which is carrying the lanthanide elements also. Most of these minerals contain uranium and vice versa. They all have significant fraction of lanthanide element also. The major uranium mining countries are United States, Australia, India and Canada. It is the image of thorianite mineral. This is the thorite mineral which is used for extraction of thorium mainly, and it is the monazite mineral which is having the equal almost same quantity for the presentation towards actinide and the lanthanide. Actinium, protactinium and plutonium makes major segment in the actinides. Actinium and protactinium are found in a small portion in nature as the decay product of uranium-235 and uranium-238. The content of actinium in most natural objects corresponds to the isotopic equilibrium of parent isotope uranium-235. The protactinium is more abundant, about 10 to 12% in nature than actinium. It occurs in uranium ore along with uranium. As actinium, the distribution of protactinium follows that of uranium-235. Microscopic amount of plutonium are made by neutron capture by uranium, and yet it occurs naturally. Let us discuss the extraction of actinides. Due to low abundance of actinides, their extraction is a complex process and a multi-step process. The fluorides of actinides are usually used because they are insoluble in water and can be easily separated with redox reactions. The fluorides are reduced with calcium, magnesium or barium. Let us discuss the extraction of thorium. Among the actinides, thorium and uranium are the easiest to isolate. Thorium is extracted mostly from monazite sand. Thorium diphosphate is reacted with nitric acid and produce thorium nitrate treated with tributyl phosphate TBP. The rare earth impurities are separated by increasing the pH in sulphate solution. In another extraction method, monazite is decomposed with a 45% aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide at a temperature 140 degree centigrade. Mixed metal hydroxide are extracted first, filtered at 80 degree centigrade, then washed with water and dissolved with concentrated hydrochloric acid. Now, it is neutralized with hydroxide to about pH 5.8, which precipitates thorium hydroxide THOH4. Thorium hydroxide is then dissolved in nitric acid and purified from the rare earth element by extraction with organic solvent. Let us discuss the extraction of uranium, the famous Klaproth process. Uranium was discovered by Klaproth back in 1789 by the pitch blende. The pitch blende ore is treated with nitric acid or aqua regia and resulting solution is evaporated to dryness. The dry mass so obtained is extracted with hydrochloric acid. The filtrate is then treated with nitric acid again and neutralized further with ammonium carbonate. On boiling this solution, after neutralization with ammonium carbonate, uranium, zinc and cobalt get precipitated in form of their oxides. The precipitate is again treated with hydrochloric acid. Thus, oxides of zinc and cobalt get dissolved, leaving behind black oxide of uranium U3O8, which is insoluble in HCl. The oxide U3O8, which is the black oxide of uranium, is heated with charcoal, which reduce it to uranium dioxide UO2. And now uranium is prepared by processing UO2, uranium oxide. UO2 is initially treated with hydrofluoric acid to get uranium tetrafluoride UF4, which is reduced by magnesium to form uranium. This is the reaction how the UO2 is getting treated with the hydrofluoric acid, and further uranium tetrafluoride is being treated with the magnesium, it is getting reduced to uranium finally. The another method of obtaining uranium from UO2 is to reduce UO2 by involving aluminum. It is known as Goldschmidt process. This is the reaction where UO2 is being treated with the aluminum and uranium is being obtained. Let us discuss the production of plutonium. The plutonium was named after the planet Pluto, discovered in 1940 at University of California by Seaborg, Kennedy and Wall. Minute concentration of plutonium 239 occurs in Canadian pitchblende. No other isotope occurs in nature of the plutonium. The other ores of plutonium are Colorado pitchblende, fergusonite and carnotite. The plutonium undergoes nuclear fission same as uranium and release tremendous amount of energy, and energy released by a gram of plutonium is equal to that of 30 tons of TNT, which is used as explosive. So, very small quantity of plutonium is sufficient in production of the plutonium bomb. It is produced mainly from uranium in the nuclear reactor. The interaction of slow neutrons with uranium 238 present in natural uranium ultimately converts in plutonium after the nuclear reaction shown here. The uranium 238 is bombarded with the neutron, which is converted into the 239 along with the gamma rays, and further this uranium 239 is going to release beta and convert it into the neptunium 239, and this neptunium 239 again emptying beta particle and converting into the plutonium 239. The energy produced by fission in controlled manner can be used for several peaceful work, not only for constructing the plutonium bomb. This is the another way for presentation how the uranium 238 is getting converted into uranium 239, and then it is converted into the neptunium 239 and ultimately plutonium 239 is getting prepared. In aqueous solution, it is similar to uranium and neptunium. It has 4 oxidation state +3, +4, +5 and +6. The ions possess characteristic colors in aqueous solution. Plutonium +3 is yellowish brown and plutonyl ion is pink orange in color. The formation of complexes alter the color of ions. Let us discuss briefly the preparation of the transuranic element. Uranium is bombarded with neutron of certain critical velocity. 1 neutron is captured per atom of uranium, giving rise to an element of a higher mass number. It is the backbone for production of the transuranic element. See this reaction where the uranium 238 is being bombarded by the neutron, which is converted into uranium 239. More radioactive new isotopes of uranium emit beta particle, which forms the new element, that is neptunium. Here the uranium 239 is converted into the neptunium, emitting a beta particle. Neptunium of atomic number 93 is radioactive in nature and emits a beta particle, forming another new element, plutonium of atomic number 94. This is the neptunium 239, which is emitting the beta particle and converting into plutonium 239. Next two elements, namely americium with atomic number 95 and curium with atomic number 96, were obtained by bombardment of uranium 238 with alpha particle. This is uranium 238 interacted with the alpha particle, which is converted into the plutonium 241 and emitting a neutron. And further, this plutonium 241 is converted into the americium 241 by emitting a beta particle. Directly you can say this plutonium 239 is being converted into the curium 242 by interaction with the alpha particle, and this formation of the curium 242 is accompanied with the emission of a neutron also. The californium of atomic number 98 was synthesized by bombardment of curium with accelerated alpha particle. The two isotopes of the element is formed. This is curium 242. After acceleration with alpha particle, it is converted to californium 246 and gamma emission is going to take place. And further, on interaction with the alpha, again it is getting converted into californium 244, the another isotope, along with the formation of the two neutrons. The another transuranic element Einsteinium with the atomic number 99 was prepared by bombardment of neutron on californium, which proceeds like this. This californium 250 bombarded with neutron converted into californium 251 emitting gamma. This californium 251 again bombarded with neutron converted into the californium 252 and is emitting gamma. Then 252 is bombarded again with neutron to convert in californium 253. All these isotopes are being prepared by bombardment of neutrons successively, and then californium 253 is ultimately converted into Einsteinium 253 emitting a beta particle. So, this is the way how the californium is being converted into the Einsteinium. Next is the fermium with atomic number 100. It was obtained by bombardment of neutron on Einsteinium previously prepared. Einsteinium bombarded with neutron converted into the Einsteinium 254, and further this isotope 254 is being converted in the fermium 254 by emission of a beta particle. The next three elements, mendelevium atomic number 101, nobelium atomic number 102 and lawrencium atomic number 103 were synthesized by nuclear reaction, as the Einsteinium 253 on interacting with alpha, it is converted in the mendelevium 256 and a neutron is released. Further, the curium 246 in presence of this carbon 12 is converted in the nobelium 254 and 4 neutrons are getting released. The californium 250 with boron 11, it is converted in lawrencium 257 and 4 neutrons are released. Let us discuss the common applications of actinide. Uranium 235 is used in thermal reactor and its concentration in natural uranium does not exceed 0.72%. Uranium 235 strongly absorbs thermal neutrons, releasing much energy. One fission act of 1 gram of uranium 235 converts into about 1 megawatt day. This much amount of energy is available after fission of 1 gram of uranium 235. The magnesium thorium alloy are light and strong and have high melting point and ductility. Thus, it is widely used in aviation industry and in production of missiles. The uranium salts are used in textile, ceramic and pharmaceutical industry. Thoria is mainly used in the gas mantles. Thoria also used as refractory material, used as catalyst in many organic reactions. It is used in X-ray machines and also used in medicine. The refractory material are those which are developing the capacity to bear the change of temperature, rapid change of temperature, where the temperature is getting increased and getting decreased, but there is no change in their property. The refractory material do not change their property on releasing the gases during the process of heating, and also having the capacity to bear the corrosion possible by the release of the gases during the process. The plutonium 239 is used in nuclear weapons. Only 6.2 kg of plutonium was needed for an explosive which yield equivalent to 20 kilotons of TNT. As little as 4 kg of plutonium is needed to make an atomic bomb. Plutonium 238 is potentially more efficient isotope for nuclear reactor, since it continues to release much amount of thermal energy. Its application is limited due to its high cost, about $1000 per gram. Plutonium 238 isotope has been used in thermopiles and water distillation system of some space satellite and space stations. Galileo and Apollo spacecraft had heater powered by kilogram quantity of plutonium 238 oxide. Its heat is also transferred into electricity with thermopiles. Plutonium 238 isotope, approximately 160 milligram, is used as the energy source in heart pacemaker, where it lasts about 5 times longer than conventional batteries. This is the presentation for the pacemaker, where the plutonium 238 battery is being used, which generates 0.5 watts of thermal power and is long lasting. This is the battery. Actinium 227 is used as neutron source. Actinium 227 is used in long lasting thermoelectric generator. Actinium 228 is used as an indicator of radioactivity in chemical research, as it emits high energy electrons of energy 2.18 million electron volt that can be easily detected. Actinium 228 and radium 228 mixtures are widely used as an intense gamma source in industry and medicine. Let us have a brief account of effect of actinides on human health. Protactinium accumulates in kidney and bones. The maximum safe dose is 0.5 microgram of 231 protactinium. If it is present in air as aerosol, it is 2.5 into 10 to power 8 times more toxic than that of hydrocyanic acid HCN. The plutonium settles in lungs, liver and bones, where it remains for decades due to its poor solubility in water. Lethal dose for human is approximately 22 milligram for a person having the weight 70 kilogram. Exposure of damaged skin to plutonium would retain nearly 100% of it, and it will be gradually toxicating the body. So, the attention is needed, as the extremely high radiotoxicity of actinides and their migration in the environment is a matter of serious concern. It is not appropriate by modern safety standards. There is an immediate need to develop stable and durable actinide bearing materials which can provide safe storage, use and final disposal. Let us summarize the points discussed. We have discussed in detail for the separation of actinide by the precipitation method. Further, the solvent extraction method was discussed, and ion exchange method, which is more effective, that has been also discussed for separation of the actinides. We have discussed in detail about the extraction of thorium and uranium, the extraction of uranium by Klaproth process, the production of plutonium and other transuranic element by the radioactive procedures was being discussed, and at the end we have discussed about various applications of actinide. All the constructive and the application in the bomb or the explosive has also been discussed.